Cardinals fan 1990, first in the live chat, along with FJ DeKong comes in second. FJ DeKong chimes in again. Donald, hi Donald. Bibby Bobka's here in the house. We got a bunch of people watching right off the get-go. Got 3 people so far. Cardinals fan 1990, FJ DeKong, Bibby Bobka. See if anybody else chimes in before we turn over to 1016. We will see what happens here. I think we might be good to go here for the early bird entries into the free entries for November. All right, hopefully you all are having an awesome Friday for our 1937 Hall of Fame inductees. Hall of Fame Friday. Hopefully you all are doing well out there and ready for another group of scheduled. You sent my payment, Donald. Oh, yeah, I received it there, Cardinals fan. Thank you very much for your payment. I will be sending your cards out tomorrow. Bibby Bobka says, getting circles, going to reboot. Yeah, do a refresh on your YouTube and everything will be fine there. FJ DeKong says, I don't have school today. There you go. You can spend the whole time on the stream with us. That will be fun. Okay, let me do real quick a refresh here. Let me do a refresh and I will get the four free entries into our stream for today. We got one for Cardinals fan 1990, channel member. FJ DeKong gets a hi and FJ DeKong gets a Donald. So you get 2 free entries there. And then also Bibby Bobka's got an entry there. So we've got, let me get these 4 entries into my wheel of names. So first off, of course, was Cardinals fan 1990. Let me get you typed in here real quick. All right, and then FJ DeKong. And Bibby Bobka. All right, all 4 of those entries have now been saved for my November free giveaway. So hopefully you guys are excited. We will do our... Yes, thanks, Donald. No problem there, FJ DeKong. One of these days I will figure out your first name and I'll call you by your first name. But for now, I'll just call you FJ DeKong. All right. So yeah, other than that, I believe I've got, just like Cardinals fan 1990 is Ryan. I'll get used to it. Eventually I'll call you there, Ryan there, Cardinals fan 1990. And then you will know I'm talking to you. Topps update looks good this year. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can finagle. If I get enough pennies saved up, I can try and buy a box or 2 maybe of Topps Update. That is the only other product I want to work on outside of possibly... I'll see after I go through this other box from Gourmet Breaks here, see how many cards I've got for the 300 card set for Topps Stadium Club. And then, yeah, Topps Update would be the only other thing I would try to see about trying to complete because, oh, Bibby Bobka is David Vanderford. Okay, David. Thank you there. Thanks there, David. Appreciate that. Yeah, because I don't think you bought anything from me yet that I recall. Let me just double check here. Let me look in my book of fame here. I don't think you've purchased anything in my channel that I remember. No, I don't have you in my book of fame here. as far as somebody that has bought something from me in the past. I do keep a logbook because I always like to do something special in the month of December for people that have gotten on my list. That's right, laugh out loud. No, I have. No, that is perfectly fine. I don't expect people to do that. It's nice and much appreciated when they do. But no, just having you as one of my spectators on my channel is a blessing enough to me. John Fishman says the man, the myth, the Donald. Yeah, this Donald's doing pretty good. The other Donald's been through the ringer so far this week. And everybody knows who I'm talking about. Just don't say it in the channel. I don't want to take any chances of them blocking my channel for any type of reason whatsoever. But yes, this Donald is doing well. The man, the myth, the Donald. Thanks there, John. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. But yeah, I've got the Wheel of Names saved now for those that got in for the early free entries, aka Uncle Don. Wow, now I got everybody calling me Uncle Don. But that's okay. Hey, that's a nice handle to have in your channel, is people calling me Uncle Don. That means Bibby's been around for a while. Yeah, I was in his stream just before my company came over last night. Donald Santa. Oh, let's see. I think you've been with me long enough, haven't you there, Cardinals fan 1990? I do get excited for the month of December, Christmas. Of course, there is a more important meaning for Christmas. Bibby Bobka would understand that. Kevin's Card Collecting and more would understand that more. And a lot of my other friends on the channel. The real Don Juan. I don't know about the Don Juan part. But other than that, yeah, I did watch Ethan's Elvis covers and more. Congratulations for him. Give a shout out for Ethan. He did get his 5,000 subscribers last night. I was there when he made it there, but he's going to wait a day or two to make sure he stays at that 5,000K mark. But that was nice seeing him get his 5,000th subscriber during the stream last night. Yeah, he didn't quite get up there. I think the most I seen was at 160 or 170 people watching on his channel last night. That is nice. That means he's got more people out there that are kind of popping in and watching what he does. John Fishman says, you'll win Ethan's giveaway like you did Jabs. Oh, I don't know about that. It was nice to get those few cards that I got from Jab's family. There were some nice cards in that grouping. But that is cool. John Fishman. Ethan made me a moderator. The chat was getting crazy. That's cool. Yeah. And then Ethan's best friend buddy. But no. Ethan is an awesome young man. I pray for him all the time as he goes through his college studies to become a teacher. My son is a music teacher in Pensacola, Florida, and he enjoys his job and loves it, loves what he does. But it did take him quite a few years to go through and get his bachelor's degree, his master's degree, and he just recently finished and got his second master's degree. So my son is doing well in Pensacola, Florida. One of these years we'll probably go out and visit him again, since he's laid down roots there. But other than that, I can't really think of anything else to talk about in the post chat here, unless somebody's got something out there they want to talk about. Donald, best friend. Ethan, best friend. Buddy. Donald, best friend. All right. So, there we go. All right. So other than that, I can't really think of anything else we got going on here for the moment. yeah, just looking forward to. We're going to do the 1937 Hall of Fame inductees, which will be fun here. Go over real quickly here the list of the 8 Hall of Famers we'll be covering today. There are a bunch of executives and managers in this grouping. There are 1, 2, 3 baseball players and 5 executives/managers. F.J. DeKang, I'm back. I had to help my mom move something. No problem. That is good that you're helping your mom there, F.J. DeKang. It's always nice to help mom out when she needs some help and then just pop back into the stream when you're not busy, especially since you don't have school today. But yeah, we're going to be doing Morgan Bulkeley. He's an executive. Ban Johnson, an executive. Napoleon Lajoie, a second baseman for the Cleveland Indians. Connie Mack, everybody's heard of Connie Mack. He's a manager and was for the Philadelphia Athletics. John McGraw was a manager for the New York Giants. Tristram E was a center fielder for the Cleveland Indians. George Wright was an executive for the Boston Red Stockings. And, of course, lastly will be Cy Young as the Cleveland Spiders pitcher. Okay, so that will be our 10 Hall of Famers as we go through our Hall of Fame Friday content in about 3 minutes. And then after that, we will be going over, finishing up the family mail call from Gourmet Breaks from yesterday, going through the rest of these top Stadium Club cards and seeing what else I pulled out of the 2 hobby boxes I got from him. Okay. F.J. DeKang says, I bought for my first time from Ethan. You will probably be pleased there, F.J. DeKang. Hopefully you told him who your favorite PC player is or your favorite team, because he always does like to send sometimes extra cards for your favorite team to be a blessing to you also. So other than that, we've got about pretty close to 2 more minutes left before we get into our content at hand. And then again, of course, tomorrow we'll be finishing off our Grand Slam Saturday content. And it will be the 1997 Denny's Grand Slam baseball set. We'll be going through and previewing that. I'll be getting that ready for tomorrow's production. But yeah, and then I'll have a couple days off and we'll come back next Tuesday, give you a sneak peek, and we'll be done the baseball biography for Dan Pleisek. Dan Pleisek is another person on my biography list that somebody wanted me to do their biography. So my favorite team is the Cubs, but my favorite player is Walker Buehler. There you go, F.J. DeKang. All right. Tell you what there, F.J. DeKang, send me an email when you get a chance. My email is listed on my About Me tab in my YouTube channel. Just go ahead and send me a email, and we'll converse back and forth there so I can get maybe your information, so I can send you maybe a team bag of the Chicago Cubs, kind of like that I do to some of my youth in the channel. I do send team bags out, and you've been sticking with me for quite a while here now. I appreciate that. And maybe on a monthly basis, I'll send you a team bag of Chicago Cubs cards. I'd have to do a little bit more research trying to find some Walker Buehler cards, but I can easily find Chicago Cubs cards, that's for sure. Newer ones, older ones, a little bit of a mix. Maybe send you a couple Hall of Famer cards from some of the Chicago Cubs Hall of Famers. But almost, there we go. We just clicked over to 10:30. So I will get into my content at hand right now so we can get through the 8 Hall of Famers for our Hall of Fame Friday. So let me go through and refresh the chats here, and then we will go to town. Oh, don't worry about the Walker Buehler. You have plenty of them. Okay, FJ DeKang. Yeah, but send me an email to my, it's pretty easy, though. It's donaldblomdahl@gmail.com. Okay? donaldblomdahl@gmail.com. So, yeah, and then we can converse, and I can get your address so I can get you on my name in my book of names. How's that sound? If I remember, I will ask my dad to email you later. I'm currently not home. Oh, okay, no problem, FJ DeCong. No problem. But let me get into my content at hand today for our Hall of Famers. And of course, the first one is front and center here. Let me move this guy over, because that's where, when I move them back, I'll shift them over to that one. But we are going to start with the first one up to bat. All right. Is Morgan Bulkeley. I think that's how you say his name. Morgan Bulkeley. Morgan Gardner Bulkeley, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1937. His primary team, he was an executive. So he did not really have a primary team. The position he was inducted for was an executive in Major League Baseball. The National League, created in 1876, helped solidify professional baseball in the United States. Morgan Bulkeley was its first president. Bulkeley, whose ancestors arrived on the Mayflower, was son of Eliphalet Adams Bulkeley, a founder of Aetna Insurance. While children of privilege often avoided war, even paying others to take their place. Bulkeley enlisted with the New York National Guard in 1861, joining the Union Army as a private. Assigned to Civil War service under General George B. McClellan, he would see action in the Peninsula Campaign, a battle fought in Virginia over the spring and summer months of 1862. The mission of the campaign was lofty: to capture Richmond, the capital of the Confederacy. Ultimately, with General Robert E. Lee taking over the Confederate forces, the mission was unsuccessful, but Private Bulkeley served for the remainder of the war and then rejoined the worlds of business, finance, insurance, and politics. In Hartford, Connecticut, he became the principal backer of the Hartford Dark Blues on the National Association, when the National League replaced the National Association in 1876. Hartford remained in the league as a charter member. A drawing was held to determine the first president of the new league, and Bulkeley's name emerged first. This sat well with William Hulbert and Albert Spaulding of Chicago, who saw him the integrity and character needed to drive the league's acceptance. But Bulkeley did not wish to devote his full energies to baseball and served only one season. Hulbert succeeded him, while Bulkeley continued his career heading Aetna and entered politics. He served 4 terms as mayor of Hartford and in 1888 was elected governor of Connecticut. In 1904, Bulkeley was elected to the U.S. Senate and served 1 term, and then returned to head Aetna until his death on November 6, 1922. He was elected to the Hall of Fame in 1937. Baseball isn't the game that it was when I was a boy or when I was president of the National League, but I know that it is a better game in many ways because it has developed from the good start we gave it. What I like about it is that it has not departed so much from the old way of playing that I cannot enjoy it. That was said of him. He said that, Morgan Bulkeley. Okay? So he was inducted because he was the first president of Major League Baseball. Okay, so now we will move on to our second Hall of Famer for today, Ban Johnson. Ban Johnson, Byron Bancroft Johnson, inducted in the Hall of Fame in 1937. His primary team was an executive. Oh yeah, no problem. You can do that. I'll pop into the chat between each Hall of Famer and stuff. So, I will. Yeah, I figured that's what you wanted to tell my story, your story. No problem. But yeah, I'll pop in the chat between each Hall of Famer here just to see what's going on in the chat. Okay. So of course he was an executive and inducted in 1937. An ambitious, driven leader, American League founder Ben Johnson was baseball's most influential executive for more than a quarter of a century. 25 years. Johnson was a sports writer for the Cincinnati Commercial Gazette in the early 1890s, who became an outspoken critic of the rowdy atmosphere in the National League. He also decreed Cincinnati Red Stockings owner John T. Brush for being too interested in turning profits and acting as a representative of interests best divorced him from baseball. In 1894, the Red Stockings manager and future Hall of Famer Charles Comiskey urged Johnson to take over as president of the faltering Western League. Johnson obliged and set to work in transforming the minor league into a moral example for baseball. The new president staunchly supported his umpires and encouraged them to eliminate rough and tumble play from the field. He also fined and suspended players who used foul language. Soon, the Western League was seen as both a family-friendly league and the best run circuit in the game. No odds were too great for Ben Johnson to face, and pitcher Ed Brandt, the bigger they were, the better he liked them. In 1900, Johnson named the Loop the American League and placed franchises in Cleveland and Chicago. The following year, Johnson's American League claimed major league status, setting itself up for a direct confrontation with the firmly established National League. The turn of the century saw a fierce competition ensue between the National League and the new junior circuit, and Johnson's league found nearly instantaneous success as the counterpart to the National League. American League teams were able to raid National League rosters with offers for better pay, recruiting nearly 100 players. Furthermore, the combination of star players and clean play helped the American League trounce the National League in attendance during its first two seasons. In 1903, the American League's Boston Americans defeated the National League's Pittsburgh Pirates in the first modern-day World Series. Desperate to establish peace in the National League, formed a national agreement with Johnson that officially recognized the American League as a second major league. The agreement also set up a three-man national commission to run Major League Baseball, and Johnson was soon acknowledged as its undisputed leader. Ben Johnson succeeded in establishing his American League as an equal rival of the National, said baseball historian Lee Allen. That crowning success elevated baseball to a high level of public acceptance and forced the birth of the modern game. For half a century, there would not be a single change of franchises. Baseball would grow up. Under Johnson's leadership, baseball's attendance numbers soared, and the game rose to prominence as America's national pastime. Johnson banned liquor from all major league parks, cracked down on violent players, and continued to upgrade the umpiring staff. A good umpire is the umpire you don't even notice, Johnson said. He's there all afternoon, but when the game is over, you don't even remember his name. After the Black Sox scandal broke in 1920, team owners appointed Keenshaw Mountain Landis to have one lone authority as baseball's first commissioner. Though the iron-willed Johnson continually clashed with the equally headstrong Landis, he continued to serve on baseball's National Commission until his resignation in 1927. They say the line was getting old, that his roar had become a mumble. It may be so, wrote Sporting wrote the Sporting News, but never maybe will be heard again such a voice. The roar that struck terror to evildoers in his high estate or low, and thrilled to new encouragement those who had ideals and the vision Van Johnson had. Hall of Fame executive Branch Rickey would go on to say that Johnson's contribution to the game is not closely equaled by any other single person or group of persons. Johnson passed away on March 28, 1931, and he was elected into the Hall of Fame in 1937. Van was the most brilliant baseball man the game has ever known. He was more responsible for making baseball the national game than anyone in the history of the sport. He was forceful, aggressive, and a brilliant organizer. He raised the money which built the ballparks and established the cities that created the American League. That was said of Will Gehrig. So there you have it. Our second Hall of Famer for 1937, Van Johnson. All right. Let me get ready for our third one and then pop in the chat real quick here. All right. Let's see. FJ DeKong. So I had gone to Target, and the year was 2018. Wow. I found 5 Donruss hanger boxes. My dad said, take one, so I picked my hanger box. Weird. I would grab all of them and pick one which felt special to me. I opened it on the car, and I ended up pulling a 1-of-1 rookie of Walker Buehler. That is pretty awesome there, FJ DeKang. You had 5 hanger boxes, basically, and you chose one of the 5. And it ended up being the 1-of-1 rookie for Walker Buehler. That is awesome. A rookie auto, and it was an autograph, a 1-of-1 autograph. That is pretty good. That's why he's my favorite MLB player. That's a real nice thing to have happen to you there when you were younger there. 2 years ago. Wow. And that was your first 1-of-1. That is cool, FJ DeKong. Totally awesome. Let me get a sip of water real quick before we get into Nap Lajoie here. Might be Lajoie? It might be Lajoie. All right, so he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1937. His primary team was the Cleveland Indians, and he was a second baseman. Lajoie was one of the most rugged hitters I ever faced. He'd take your leg off with a line drive, turn the third baseman around like a swinging door, and powder the hand of the left fielder, said Cy Young. Napoleon Lajoie, hitter extraordinaire, sublime fielder, manager, and executive, has been described as the first superstar in the American League history. And indeed, to concentrate on his hitting or fielding, to miss his all-around talent as a player. Lajoie broke in with the National League's Philadelphia Phillies in 1896, hitting .326 in 39 games, and would hit over .300 for the next 11 full seasons. His watershed season was 1901, when he was in the midst of controversy, having signed with the Athletics in apparent violation of the reserve clause. He played for the A's in that one season before league president Van Johnson transferred him to Cleveland to avoid a Pennsylvania court order that would have sent him back to the Phillies. But what a season it was. Lajoie won the Triple Crown, leading the league with a .426 batting average, 14 homers, and 125 runs batted in. He also led the league in runs, hits, doubles, and total bases. No hitter in the modern era post-1900 has topped Lajoie's .426 average. In Cleveland, Lajoie literally became the face of the franchise when the fledgling club, which had been known as the Broncos, renamed itself after him. The Naps Lajoie would hit over 300 in 11 of his first 12 seasons in Cleveland and won the first 4 American League batting crowns. Lajoie was a player manager for the Naps from 1905 to 1909, but resigned to concentrate on playing and hit .383 to lead the American League in batting in 1910. He returned to the Athletics and at the end of his career for 2 seasons. For his career, Lajoie batted .338 and led the American League in hitting 5 times. He cranked out 3,243 hits, 657 doubles, scored 1,504 runs, and drove in 1,599. He also stole 380 bases and led his league in fielding percentage among second basemen 6 times. As a fielder, Lajoie was special to watch. Connie Mack said, "He plays so naturally and so easily it looks like lack of effort. Larry's reach is so long and he is as fast as lightning." Following his major league playing career, Lajoie played 1 season for Toronto of the International League, hitting .380 and 151 games at the age of 42, and commissioner of the Ohio-Pennsylvania League. Lajoie was elected to the Hall of Fame in 1937, and he passed away on February 7th, 1959. I wasn't quite 1 year old back then. Tells you how old I am, right? You don't always need stars to win. You don't always need greatness. Sometimes spirit, determination, fight will do as well, said Nap Lajoie. For his career stats and career at a glance, he did play in 2,480 games, had 9,590 at-bats, 1,504 runs, 3,243 hits, 657 doubles, 163 triples, 82 home runs, 1,599 RBIs, 380 stolen bases, 516 walks. His batting average for his career was .338, an OPS percentage of .846, an on-base percentage of .380, and a slugging percentage of .466. He played for the Philadelphia Phillies from 1896 to 1900, the Philadelphia Athletics when they switched names from 1901 to 1902, the Cleveland Indians from 1902 to 1914, and the Philadelphia Athletics from 1915 to 1916. He did do a stint with the Cleveland Indians while he was a player there also as manager for 1905 to 1909. So there you have it, our third Hall of Famer for 1937, Nap Lajoie. Which brings us to our fourth and the halfway mark of our Hall of Fame Friday here of Connie Mack. Connie Mack. Let me pop into the stream real quick before we get into Connie Mack's induction. FJ DeKong says, "At first I was just hoping he was good so I could sell the card for a good amount, but now he won't be for sale." I understand there, FJ DeKong. There's not always what a card is worth, but how dear it is to your heart. So there's certain cards that you would not even think about selling, especially like I've been given so many different gifts in the channel that I treasure each and every one of them, just like this hand autographed Cal Ripken Jr. card that Left Behind Times gave me, and a little frame and a top loader with Cal Ripken Jr.'s on there. I got to put a note on the back here so I can remember who I got this from, and then hang it up on my wall off to the side of my break table here when I get a chance. But yeah, different things like that. I got a Ken Griffey Jr. autograph card. It does have quite a nice value to it, but I probably would never sell that because it means it was given to me by somebody in the channel. The same with just different things. I've got baseballs in my cases here that mean different things. I have a Ken Griffey Jr. autograph baseball, but don't want to get too sidetracked here because we got to get into our Hall of Fame Friday. Laugh out loud, yes, that's a nice card. Actually, I have a bad story of Cal Ripken Jr. Okay. I mean, if you want to share that, you're more than welcome to, FJ DeCon. It's just, I know that Cal Ripken Jr. does do a lot of good for baseball. Even him and his brother did do a baseball camp. So they are very well involved in baseball, but you're welcome to share your story if you have a bad one. I'd like to hear. As long as you've got something to back it up with, okay? But, yeah, I mean, not everything is perfect in baseball. If we were all perfect people, we would have no reason for money, no reason for anything, because if God made everybody perfect, we wouldn't have anything else to do. We'd be living in a perfect world. But unfortunately, we don't. But you know what? We try to do the best that we can. Let's get into Connie Mack here real quick. Connie Mack, Cornelius Alexander Mack, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1937. His primary team was the Philadelphia Athletics, and he was the manager of the Philadelphia Athletics. To me, the name of Connie Mack has always been synonymous with baseball, standing for everything that is best for the game he loved. Will Harry. That was said of Will Harridge. Connie Mack was perhaps more synonymous with the team he managed than any skipper in baseball history. For 50 years, the slender Mack stood tall in the Philadelphia Athletics dugout in his trademark business suit and was known as excuse me, the grand old man of baseball. During those 5 decades, Mack assembled 2 separate dynasties and won a total of 9 American League pennants and 5 World Series titles. Mack's 65 years in baseball began as a catcher with the Washington Nationals in 1886. Throughout his playing career, he survived more on guile than raw ability. Mack was one of the first catchers to play directly behind home plate instead of setting up by the backstop. He was also famous for his abilities to fake the sound of a foul tip with his mouth and tip opposing players' bats during their swing. After 9 major league seasons with the Washington, Buffalo, and Pittsburgh, Mack served 3 seasons as the Pirates manager before American League founder Ben Johnson asked him to establish a club in Philadelphia. As a manager, treasurer, and part owner of the Athletics, Mack wielded unusual power during a tenure in Philadelphia that outlasted that of 8 U.S. presidents. The A's were the American League's first powerhouse franchise, capturing 6 of the league's first 14 pennants, including 4 of 5 pennants between 1910 and 1914. But after winning World Series titles in 1910, 11, and 13, the A's were swept in the 1914 Classic by the Boston Braves and faced with an economic recession and the advent of the upstart Federal League. Mack took the unusual move of selling off the cornerstones of his championship clubs. Mack would repeat the decision after another Philadelphia dynasty won 3 straight pennants from 1929 to 1931. No other manager in history of the game ever handled more young players and brought more of them to stardom and to fortune, wrote the New York Times in Mack's obituary. But it was probable that he was the best remembered for his sensational scrapping of championship machines. Even when his clubs bottomed out, however, Mack would be expected to rebuild his club into winning form, piece by piece. Furthermore, he was genuinely loved by his players for his leadership style that was both stern and gentle. He was a new type of manager, the Times observed. The old-time leaders ruled by force, often thrashing players who disobeyed orders on the field or broke club rules off the field. One of the kindest and most soft-spoken of men, he always insisted that he could get better results by kindness. He never humiliated a player by public criticism. No one ever heard him scold a man in the most trying times of his many pennant fights. Known as the Tall Tactician, Mack finally retired from the game after of baseball after the 1950 season at the age of 87. In his unprecedented 53 years as manager, Mack won 3,731 games, a feat that is unlikely ever to be matched. He received the Bach Award for his service to Philadelphia in 1929, which was a recognition typically saved for artists and business professionals. In 1937, Mack was part of the second class elected into the Hall of Fame. Humanity is the keystone that holds nations and men together, Mack once said. When that collapses, the whole structure crumbles. This is true of baseball teams as any other pursuit in life. Mack passed away on February 8, 1956. Connie entered the game when it was a game for roughnecks. He saw it become respectable. He lived it to be a symbol of its integrity, and he enjoyed every minute of it. That was said of Red Smith. So his career stats and career at a glance. He was involved with 7,755 games. His career as a manager was 7,755 games, 3,731 wins, and 3,948 losses, giving him a winning percentage of .486. When he was playing baseball, he played for the Washington Nationals, 1886 to 1889, the Buffalo Pacific League, I believe, or Players League, don't know, Buffalo PL in 1890, and then the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1891 to 1896. He managed the Pittsburgh Pirates from 1894 to 1896, the same time he was a player, and then the Milwaukee WL 1897 to 1900, and then he ended his managing career with the bulk of his time in Major League Baseball with the Philadelphia Athletics from 1950 to 1901 to 1950. Sorry about that. So there you have it, our fourth Hall of Famer, Connie Mack. That'll move us up next to our fifth one, John McGraw will be next. Let me pop in the chat real quick in a second here. John McGraw. Let's see. FJ DeKong's been busy for me here. At first, I was just hoping he was good so he could sell the card. Oh, no, that was a nice card. Okay, here we go. I actually have a bad story of Cal Ripken Jr., so I go to Wrigley Field a lot to get autos. We saw Cal Ripken Jr. and he had a broken arm. That must have been early on in his career, because he had that big streak that he had going on. Do you remember what year that was there, FJ DeKong? We went up to him asking for an autograph, and he said no because of his hand. Well, that makes sense. As we were walking away, someone else came to him and asked him, and he said yes. He said he couldn't sign the item because of his hand. It was a mini bat, but he could sign a baseball. I thought it was just a lie. Well, yeah, it just depends on the situation there. That's what I would say there, FJ DeKong. I understand your feelings there, but put it into perspective too. Maybe that you're a couple years older now. I don't know what year it was that you went to do that. But yeah, you just have to put things into perspective. I know, but yeah, things do happen, and you know he wasn't probably signing as many, but I don't know the full situation there. But yeah, I do feel bad for you. I've never been to a ball field where I could even get close enough to have somebody sign something for me. So at least you had at least a choice of being there close to where you could try to get a signature or an autograph. I think it was maybe 2017 or 18, not for sure. Okay, so that must have been later on because he was already retired, so he wasn't playing baseball. So he must have been involved with baseball. He must have been with the Baltimore Orioles baseball club because he definitely wasn't playing baseball anymore at that time, that's for sure. So he must have had, maybe he had some surgery and that's why he had a cast on his arm. But interesting. Thanks for sharing that. Appreciate it. Hopefully you've had other chances to have other signatures and autographs from different players throughout the years. I know you're young, but I mean, I've never in my entire life, and I'm 62, just so you know how old I am, never been close enough to actually get somebody to sign something for me. But that's only, I did not go to as many games. Fun factoid. There you go. That's right. I would say awesome superstar baseball players may not be 100% every day of their life. They're going to have good days. They're going to have bad days. Though, as far as Cal Ripken Jr., I know he had more good days than bad days. I was upset at first, but then I realized it was just Cal Ripken, not no Babe Ruth. Fun factoid. There we go. All right, let me do a refresh here and we will get into John McGraw for his Hall of Fame induction. All right, John McGraw. John Joseph McGraw, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1937. His primary team was with the New York Giants, and he was a manager. There has been only one manager, and his name is McGraw, said Connie Mack. Beginning as a player, the fiery John McGraw pioneered tactics still in use today. The oldest of 8 children born to Irish immigrant parents, McGraw learned how to fight for everything that was given to him. Standing just 5'7" and weighing 155 pounds, McGraw broke into the National League with the Baltimore Orioles in 1891 and was one of the game's early starters. He led the league in runs twice and sported a lifetime batting average of .334 while introducing the hit and run, the Baltimore chop, the squeeze, and other tactics to scratch out runs during a dead ball era. McGraw played third base in Baltimore and St. Louis for 11 seasons, managing with the Orioles in 1899, 1901, 1902, before taking over as player manager of the New York Giants during the 1902 season at the age of 29. For the next 30 years, McGraw, nicknamed Little Napoleon, tirelessly developed players in the way he felt the game should be played. He also translated his aggressive tactics as a ball player to his managerial style, frequently calling for pinch runners and encouraging his players to steal as many bases as possible. With McGraw in the dugout, the Giants morphed into a perennial powerhouse. New York captured the National League pennant in 1904, but McGraw refused to enter his squad into the World Series due to his hatred of Ban Johnson and the fledgling American League. The Giants won the pennant again in 1905, and this time defeating Connie Mack's AL champion Athletics to capture their first World Series title. McGraw collected a total of 10 National League pennants and 3 Fall Classics, mixing brilliantly strategy with tumultuous emotion. He was the first manager to win 4 consecutive pennants in either league, 1921 to 1924, and set a then Major League record with 131 ejections. McGraw finally retired in 1932 with 2,763 victories, still second only to Mack on the all-time list. The Giants posted just 2 losing records in his 26 full seasons at the helm. McGraw passed away on February 25th, 1934, and he was elected into the Hall of Fame in 1937. There has been only one manager, and his name is McGraw, and that was said by Connie Mack. His career at a glance, he was involved with 4,769 games, had 2,763 wins, 1,948 losses, giving him a winning percentage of .586. He played for the Baltimore Orioles, NL, 1891 to 1899, the St. Louis Cardinals in 1900, the Baltimore Orioles, American League, 1901 to 1902, and the New York Giants, 1902 to 1906. During his managing career, he managed the Baltimore Orioles National League, 1899, Baltimore Orioles American League, 1901-1902, and the New York Giants, 1902 to 1932. So there you have it, Hall of Fame manager John McGraw. All right. Next up to bat here, we've got Tris Speaker for our 6th Hall of Famer today. Let me pop in the chat real quick again. I understand that. I mean, a lot of stars stopped signing because they would see people were selling them. That's true too. That's true. Just trying to get the autograph to make the mighty buck. I really hope I win Ethan's giveaway. I really want the football pack. I am a fan of baseball cards, but those are easier to find and cheaper than football. Oh, okay there, FJ Decon. So you like football. Do you like older football card packs or newer football card packs? Or does it really matter that much? Just kind of curious. So I'll look for your chat after I finish the next Hall of Famer here. Okay? So Tristan E. Speaker, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1937. His primary team, the Cleveland Indians. And he was a center fielder. At the crack of the bat, he'd be off with his back to the infield. And then he'd turn and glance over his shoulder at the last minute and catch the ball so easily it looked like there was nothing to it. Nothing at all. Smokey Joe Wood. By the time Tris Speaker turned 22, he was already one of the best center fielders in the game, a player highly regarded for both his work at the plate and in the field. A Texas native, Speaker began his career with the Red Sox, where he had one of the best seasons of his career in 1912. Speaker earned American League MVP honors that year by finishing the first in the voting for the Chalmers Award, leading the American League in on-base percentage with the mark of .464, carrying Boston to a World Series championship. Speaker had 3 different hitting streaks of at least 20 games that season. If not for an 0-for-5 day against the White Sox on June 16th, Speaker would have hit in 51 straight games. A tremendous contact hitter who could drive the ball into gaps and down the line. Speaker led the American League in doubles 8 times. Speaker led the Red Sox to another World Series title in 1915, but Boston traded him to the Indians at the start of the 1916 season following a contract dispute. In Speaker's first season with the Indians, he led the American League in hits, 211, doubles, 51, batting average with 386, on-base percentage, 470, and slugging percentage of 502. It marked the first time since 1910 that Ty Cobb did not win the American League batting title. Speaker took over as player-manager during the 1919 season, a position he held through his final season in Cleveland in 1926. In his first full season as player-manager in 1920, Speaker reached his 3rd World Series, helping the Indians capture the championship over Brooklyn. Speaker was productive well into his later years in Cleveland, posting career bests an average 389, on-base percentage, a league-leading 479. In 1925, at the age of 37, he rounded out his career with a season in Washington where he struck out just 8 times in 141 games, and another in Philadelphia where he retired at age 40 after the 1928 season. He retired as the all-time leader in doubles with 792 and remains at the top of that list. Beyond his offensive prowess, Speaker also stood out for his defense, earning praise from his peers for his speed, range, and arm. Speaker was known for playing a very shallow center field, which helped him lead American League center fielders in assists 8 times, while his ability to cover ground on balls hit over his head helped him lead the American League center fielders in putouts 7 times. His 450 career assists ranked first in big league history among fielders, while his 6,783 putouts ranked second among center fielders, only to Willie Mays, who had 7,022. I still see more games lost by singles than drops over just the infield than a triple over the outfielder's head. Speaker said, I learned early that I could save more games by cutting off some of those singles than I would lose by having an occasional extra base hit go over my head. Speaker was elected into the Hall of Fame in 1937. He passed away on December 8th, 1958. Speaker would lead the outfielders in assists, and he used to come in sometimes and get a run down between first and second base, said Waite Hoyt. All right, as far as his career stats and career at a glance, he played in 2,789 games, won 1,895 at-bats, 1,882 runs, 3,514 hits, 792 doubles, 222 triples, 117 home runs, 1,531 RBIs, 436 stolen bases, 1,381 walks. He had a career batting average of .345, OPS of .928, on-base percentage of .428, and a slugging percentage of .500. When he was playing baseball, he played for the Boston Red Sox from 1907 to 1915, Cleveland Indians 1916 to 1926, the Washington Senators in 1927, then the Philadelphia Athletics in 1928. He did manage the Cleveland Indians from 1919 to 1926. So there you have it. Speaker, Hall of Famer number 6. Next we'll have George Wright, our 7th Hall of Famer for 1937. Let me pop in the chat real quick here before we continue with George's Hall of Fame. Doesn't matter to me. I like any football packs. All right, that's cool. We'll see what we can do. I might have some baseball packs hiding in one of my boxes somewhere. So, I like old football packs because I can learn about the packs, but I like the new packs because of the autos. Okay, there you go. Yeah, you might find some Hall of Fame football players in some of them packs. You never know. All right. So, George, let me refresh the chat real quick and get back into our next Hall of Famer, number 7 of 8, George Wright. George Wright, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1937. His primary team was the Boston Red Stockings, and he was an executive for the Boston Red Stockings. George Wright was baseball's first superstar player, an extraordinary shortstop who excelled for the game's first openly all-professional team, the Cincinnati Red Stockings. Born January 28, 1847 in New York City, Wright belonged to one of the city's preeminent sporting families. His father, Samuel, was a top professional at the Harlem St. George Cricket Club, who sought to make cricket as popular in America as it was in his native England. In the 1850s, the St. George Club moved across the Hudson River to the Elysian Fields in Hoboken, New Jersey, for more playing space. It was there that George and his older brother Harry would become infatuated with the new game of baseball. Though he was promoted to his father's pro cricket team by age 16, George was equally interested in baseball and joined Harry on the New York Gotham's amateur club in 1864. Wright began his baseball career as a catcher before a foul tip to the throat caused him to move to shortstop. Still just a teenager, Wright's natural athletics prowess quickly earned him a reputation as one of the best ball players in New York. Wright moved to Philadelphia to become a cricket pro in 1865, but then quickly bounced from the Gothams to Long Island's Mauritiania, and then to Washington, D.C. Baseball Club, organized by the U.S. Treasury Department. Wright's talents were in high demand, and he was praised by many as the best player in the country. There isn't an infielder in the game today who had anything on George Wright when it came to playing shortstop, and certainly there was none during his time. Hall of Famer Deacon White later said, "George fielded hard-hit balls barehanded, gathered them up or speared them up when in the air with either hand. He was an expert and accurate thrower, being able to throw with either hand." The Washington Nationals club embarked on one of baseball's first tours in 1867 and followed their shortstop's lead to phenomenal success. The Nationals beat Harry Wright's Cincinnati's team by a score of 53-10 and later attracted a crowd of 9,000 paying customers who watched the Nationals defeat the Chicago Excelsior 49-4. Over 29 games, the tour, George Wright collected an estimated 186 hits. Wright was a pioneer at his position, becoming the first shortstop to play deep in front of the outfield grass to improve his range. He was named America's best shortstop by the New York Clipper after the 1868 season. In 1869, Wright helped make history by signing with Harry's all-professional Cincinnati Red Stockings club with a $1,400 salary. George was Cincinnati's highest-paid player and unquestionably its greatest star, batting out of the leadoff spot. Wright was otherworldly during his first season in the Queen City, belting 49 home runs among 304 hits, an average of nearly 6 per game. Scoring 339 runs and sporting a .629 batting average while leading the Red Stockings to a perfect 57-0 record. George Wright never had any equal as a fielder, base runner, and batsman, said Hall of Famer Jim O'Rourke. All his qualifications taken together, he was really in a class by himself, and I do not know of a ball player today who was ever entitled to be considered in the same breath with him. The Wright brothers led Cincinnati to another 27 consecutive wins the following season before the newly formed professional clubs caught up with them. The Red Stockings attendance fell sharply after losing 6 games in 1870, causing the club's board of directors to disband the team to return to amateurism. Underrated, the brothers formed a club in Boston as part of the new National Association and created another dynasty. With Harry's guiding team as manager, George flourished as one of the NA's star players and led Boston to 4 consecutive pennants. After suffering a broken leg in 1871, Wright batted .387 in 1873 and led the league with 15 triples in 1874 and bolstered his team to an incredible 71-8 record in 1875. Though his skills declined in the late 1870s, Wright found glory once again when he captained the Providence Grays to a pennant over Harry's Boston's in 1879. After his final professional baseball season in 1882, Wright remained one of America's best cricket players through the turn of the century. He also gained additional fame as a sporting goods pioneer who brought tennis and hockey equipment to the American public for the first time. Wright is also credited with creating the first golf course in New England. Wright's contributions to baseball are still easily recognizable in today's game. In 1869, he advocated for a rule that enabled a base runner to overrun first base in order to avoid collisions with the fielder. He also pioneered the shortstop's strategy of sharing the middle base with the second baseman on double plays, depending upon which side of the infield a ball is hit. Wright passed away on August the 21st, 1937, the same year he was elected into the Hall of Fame. George Wright never had any equal as a fielder, base runner, and batsman, combined with heady work of a quality never accredited to any ball tosser. All of his qualifications taken together, he was really in a class by himself, and I do not know a ball player today who ever was entitled to be considered in the same breath with him, said Jim O'Rourke. All right. They did not keep a whole lot of stats back in the late 1800s, so pretty much what we have here is the teams he played for and then the team he managed for. He played for the Boston Red Stockings from 1871 to 1875, the Boston Red Stockings again from 1876 to 1878, the Providence Grays in 1879, the Boston Red Stockings again from 1980 to 81, and the Providence Grays again then in 1882, and he managed the Providence Grays in 1879, the first year he played ball with them. So that was his career stats and career at a glance for George Wright. Okay, now we've got one more, our final Hall of Famer for this Hall of Fame Friday, Cy Young. Everybody's heard of Cy Young. All right. Let me look in the chat quick. I might have to go soon because I'm close to reaching my destination. Okay, no problem there, FJ DeCong. You take care and have a wonderful day if we don't see you later. All right? But take care. It was nice having you in the stream today as you were driving to your destination. It's nice to go away for a weekend. Are you going away for the weekend? That is cool. All right. All right, so our last Hall of Famer, and then we will get into the Gourmet Breaks Part 2 from the box yesterday. All right, Cy Young Denton True Young, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1937. His primary team was the Cleveland Spiders. His primary position was a pitcher. Cy Young left a legacy as a pitcher that is unlikely to ever be matched. The right-hander won 511 games during his tenure in baseball, almost 100 more than any other pitcher in history. He recorded 30 victories on 5 occasions and won 20 or more games 16 times. Young's best season came in 1901 when he led in strikeouts with 158. Wins with 33 and an ERA of 1.62. It was the first year of the American League, and he set the bar high, winning its pitching triple crown. In 1903, he won 2 games in the first modern World Series, helping Boston defeat the Pittsburgh Pirates. On May 5th, 1904, Young pitched the first perfect game of the 20th century, a day he considered to be his greatest in baseball. Young totaled 3 no-hitters throughout his career. He still holds the record for most career innings pitched with 7,356, games started with 815, and complete games with 749. He is the 4th all-time with 76 career shutouts. Young threw his first no-hitter on September 18, 1897. He did not walk a batter, but his team committed 4 errors. One was originally ruled a hit, but Cleveland's third baseman sent a note to the press box after the 8th inning indicating that he had actually made an error. So the ruling on the field was changed. Young considered the game to be a one-hitter despite a valiant effort from his teammate. In 1908, he pitched his third no-hitter at 41 years and 3 months old, setting a record for the oldest pitcher to throw a no-hitter that stood for 82 years. Young led his career in victories on 5 occasions, 1892, 1895, and from 1901 to 1903. In 1892, he reached a career high in wins with 36. He led the league in ERA twice with 1.93 in 1892 and a 1.62 in 1901, and was second 3 times in the same category. For 19 straight years, the right-handed pitcher was in the top 10 in his league for number of innings pitched. Young was elected into the Hall of Fame in 1937, and he passed away on November 4th, 1955. That was pretty neat. He passed away 1 month before my wife was born. So, when a stalwart steps out from the throng, on with the tribute, let garlands be flung. Here's to the sturdy and here's to the strong. Here's to the king of them all, Denton Young. That was said of Grantland Rice. As far as his career stats and career at a glance, he played in 906 games, gave up 7,092 hits, 3,167 runs. He pitched in 7,356 innings. He had 511 wins, 315 losses for a winning percentage of 6.19. Games started 815, an ERA of 2.63. Games complete 749. Strikeouts 76, a whip of 1.130. 18 saves, 2,147 earned runs given up, 1,217 walks, and 2,803 strikeouts. When he was playing, he played for the Cleveland Spiders from 1890 to 1898, the St. Louis Cardinals from 1899 to 1900, the Boston Red Sox from 1901 to 1908, the Cleveland Indians from 1909 to 1911, the Boston Braves in 1911, and then he managed the Boston Red Sox in 1907. So there you have it, our 8th and final Hall of Famer, Cy Young. All right, so appreciate you guys spending time with me on this Hall of Fame Friday. Give you a quick preview real quick here before we roll back. Next week will be our final Hall of Fame Friday for this series, and then we'll move on to Series 2 for Hall of Fame. And I'll go into that at a later date, but next week also in 1936 we will have our last 5 Hall of Famers, and of course most of you probably know who most of those are. They're all baseball players. We'll have Ty Cobb, Walter Johnson, Christy Mathewson, Babe Ruth, and Honus Wagner. We're the first graduating class of Hall of Famers, all inducted in 1936. And that will be next week's Hall of Fame Friday class. All right. Okay. There we go. Give me a second here and get caught up on everything. Put these cards off to the side here. They'll go back in my Hall of Fame binder after I'm done with the stream. So put those off to the side. Let me move this out of the way for a second real quick and get these stands lined up for possible good cards that we'll be having coming out of here. I'm going to go through and highlight all the cards in this. So let me just put this down here right for now. Let me see. Here, I'll put Gourmet Breaks right there for now. I kind of cut that out so I could put that on here when I showed you guys. All right. So we're going to open up this box. It is a pretty full 300 count box here of cards from Top Stadium Club. So I will take all these cards out probably and set them off over here for now, and then we'll grab cards off as we go through here. Let me try and pull some of these out of the box. It's snug as a bug, which that's okay. These are awesome. I like the photography on Topps Stadium Club. That's what I believe makes it awesome. So that's what I will do with these, is put all these in a stack over here in front of Mike Myers. I'll let Mike Myers watch over my Topps Stadium Club cards here. Oh, there we go. Emperors of the... That's a subset group in this set. There, now that I got more space, I can, pull these out here. Andrew Benintendi. That's Ethan's favorite player. But we will go through all these cards just so you can see them. If you haven't seen much of Topps Stadium Club, we will do that for sure. Okay. This will give me a chance then to separate. Oh, I think maybe these are more of my Seattle Mariner cards, which is awesome. I do like when people do that. And he knows I'm a big Seattle Mariner fan. Does Donald have a little farm? Does Donald have a little farm? Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Matter of fact, I do. We have a garden in our backyard. I wouldn't say it's a farm, but we do have a garden. Let's see, what did we grow this year? We had apples, we had cherries, we had sage and rosemary is one in a big part in one of our beds in the back there. We grew squash, tomatoes, cucumbers. We have a strawberry bed. So we do have a nice little garden in our backyard. We have a pretty good sized backyard. But we do have fun with that. So yes, F.J. DeCong, Donald does have a little farm in his backyard. But we don't have any animals. No animals, just a farm. But we'll go through these penny sleeve cards first, and then we'll go through, I guess, pretty much most of the base cards right here. We might find some special stuff in there, but he knows I like my Seattle Mariners. So we got a Justin Dunn here. Might not all be... Might be just some of the rookie cards too. We will see as we go through here. But Justin Dunn. Let me put the Mariners in the back here. Jesus Luzardo with the Oakland A's. Let me put these cards here. We got an Andrew McCutchen with the Philadelphia Phillies, red. Ooh, we got a Zach Collins with the Chicago White Sox rookie Stadium Chrome card. We've got a black J.D. Martinez. Those are variations of the bases. We've got a Luis Arias with Minnesota. Probably have to go through and pull out. Let's see. Most of these are probably base, but I'll double check everything. See if you might have missed any short prints there. But Luis Arias, red. Yusei Kikuchi with the Seattle Mariners. Oh, you answered my question just as I was putting it. Do you have any pets? That's okay. I figured that might be coming soon too. Cool, I like cherries and apples. We love cherries and apples too. And we have a big strawberry patch too. Strawberries are awesome too. Especially fresh strawberries. We got lots and lots of strawberries to last us through the wintertime. Bruce Star Gratterall with the Dodgers rookie card. Then we've got a Aristides Aquino rookie card. Awesome. Boom. I like that one. We got us a Ken Griffey Jr. with the Seattle Mariners. There we go. I think I got one of them already. Don't know for sure. Mark McGwire. I think this is the short print version. No, it's a base. Mark McGwire just wanted to look cool on the field with that oversized bat. Mark McGwire. All right, there we go. Shed Long with the Seattle Mariners. Awesome shed lung. There's Shane Bieber with the Cleveland Indians. Black. That's the black version. See the black up here and the black in the name and the team name. So you got a black, a red. I don't know if they got blue in the base. So lots of variations. Daniel Vogelbach with the Seattle Mariners, but he's been traded away. He's been traded away. All right. There we go. That's a nice Shane Bieber. There we go. Sandy Koufax, Hall of Famer. Sandy Koufax there. Then we've got next here Yoshi Setsugo with the Tampa Bay Rays rookie card. And then we got a Nick Senzel red for the Cincinnati Reds. Cool Nick Senzel there. And I like the style of this card, that's for sure. The Bobichette. Oh, let me put the Sandy Koufax over here. The Bobichette rookie card. I think I got one of these already. I think he put that in my... Let's see, I got the cards off to the... Oh, I'm not going to check those. But, yeah, I think we did get one of those already, or I think I have one of those Bobichettes already. But cool cards there. Let me scooch these over just a little bit to kind of make a little bit room here. We'll go through these base cards so you guys can see the pictures on these two. Nice big old stack here of Top Stadium Club. We'll see what kind of the subset cards. I don't know if the Emperors of the Throne is a subset or not, but we'll see. I know the base cards, there's 300 cards in the base card set. 300 cards in the base card set. So I'm going to see with these two hobby boxes I got how close I can get to a complete set of the Top Stadium Club. Then that would be the only one then I would want to work on after this is the Topps update. But Danny Jansen with the Toronto Blue Jays. There is a Randy Johnson. Randy Johnson. I think is he on? This is a D-backs card for Randy Johnson, Hall of Famer. Yordan Yamamoto with the Miami Marlins rookie card. There's that Shane Bieber again there, FJ.com. There's another Shane Bieber here. So who knows, if you remind me, maybe you can get another Shane Bieber coming your way. All right. Chris Sale. And you have to do it in the email you're going to send me later, okay? So I'll remember. All right, Chris Sale with the Boston Red Sox. Then we've got who? Mike Yastromski. Mike Yastromski, I think that's with his grandpa there. But that's a cool looking card there. Let's see, Josh Hader with the Milwaukee Brewers. Here we go. Yeah, pretty sure these are probably. Let me put Ken Griffey in charge of the San Diego Padres or the Seattle Mariners there. Well, how did I even think to say that? Yep. Okay. So this is a bash card subset. Christian Yelich, 2019 home runs. 44, RBIs 97, career home runs 139, and RBIs 500. Andrew Benintendi. Andrew Benintendi with the Boston Red Sox. Bobby Bradley with the Cleveland Indians, rookie card. Barry Zito with the Oakland Athletics. There we go, Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth with the New York Yankees. Tommy Edman with the St. Louis Cardinals. Jonathan Villar with the Miami Marlins. Jason Varitek with the Boston Red Sox. Nomar Garcia Parra with the Boston Red Sox. Marcus Semien with the Oakland A's. Salvador Perez with the Kansas City Royals. Charlie Morton with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Oh, just any information that you want me to know as far as reminding me that you're a Chicago Cubs fan, you like baseball cards, or football cards also, packs of football cards, Shane Bieber. I think you said you liked Shane Bieber, right? I think, is that the one you pulled, the 101? Can't remember off the top of my head. That's why you need to send me an email. Excuse me. Okay. So let's continue on here. Tim Lincecum with the San Francisco Giants. Lorenzo Kane with the Milwaukee Brewers. Chris Paddock with the San Diego Padres. Dallas Keuchel with the Chicago White Sox. All right. Let's pull out another grouping here of the top Stadium Club. Just pull another little stack off here. Adbert Alzolay with the Chicago Cubs, rookie card. Let me hold these this way, that way I'll get both directions. Ozzie Albies with the Atlanta Braves. Boom, I like that one. Lou Gehrig, a Hall of Famer Lou Gehrig with the New York Yankees. Colton Wong with the St. Louis Cardinals. Yuli Gurriel with the Houston Astros. Sean Doolittle with the Washington Nationals. Brendan Rodgers with the Colorado Rockies. Max Scherzer with the Washington Nationals. Michael Conforto with the New York Mets. Brock Burke with the Texas Rangers, rookie card. Don Mattingly chasing Donnie Baseball with the New York Yankees. Didi Gregorius with the Philadelphia Phillies. Paul DeJong with the St. Louis Cardinals. Kirby Yates with the San Diego Padres. Stan the Man Musial with the St. Louis Cardinals. Bob Feller with the Cleveland Indians. Hall of Famers here. Two back-to-back Hall of Famers there. Andres Munoz with the San Diego Padres, rookie card. Garrett Cole with the New York Yankees. Mike Brosseau with the Tampa Bay Rays. Joey Lucchesi with the San Diego Padres. Rice Hoskins with the Philadelphia Phillies. And Mitch Keller with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Oh, Walker Buehler. There you go. That's your favorite player, right? Walker Buehler. Sorry about that. No problem. But yeah, anything you want me to know about what type of collector you are, just send that in the email, okay? That way I'll be able to put that on file so I know when I put packages together sometimes for you, I'll know what to put in there, buddy. All right, Lorenzo Kane with the Milwaukee Brewers. Adbert Alzolay with the Chicago Cubs, rookie card. Alzolay. All right, so Ozzie Albies with the Atlanta Braves. Sean Doolittle again with the Washington Nationals. We saw that card already. Nelson Cruz with the Minnesota Twins. Yoshi Satsugi, rookie card for the Tampa Bay Rays. There we go. Emperors of the Zone, Shohei Ohtani. Pretty sure that's a subset. Yep. Let me put these separate keep the subset. But Emperors of the Zone. Chris Paddock with the San Diego Padres. Mark McGwire. We already got one of those. Saw one of those earlier. Mark McGwire. Brendan Rodgers with the Colorado Rockies. Max Scherzer with the Washington Nationals. Didi Gregorius with the Philadelphia Phillies. Justin Turner with the LA Dodgers. David Wright with the New York Mets. Mike Brosseau with the Tampa Bay Rays, rookie card. Don Mattingly again with the New York Yankees. Junior Fernandez, rookie card for the Cardinals. Carlos Correa with the Houston Astros. Garrett Cole with the New York Yankees. Shed Long with the Seattle Mariners. You put him back there with the Seattle Mariners back here. Honus Wagner with the Pittsburgh Pirates. All right, put the next stack over here. As it grows, the one on the back here deflates. I might have to go because I'm at my destination. No problem there, FJ DeKong. You enjoy your visit with family, and you have a great weekend coming up. Okay, maybe we'll see you if you're able to spend time on us tomorrow with our Grand Slam Saturdays with the Denny's baseball card set tomorrow for 1997. All right, Ramon Laureano with the Oakland A's. Yuli Gurriel with the Houston Astros. Brock Burke with the Texas Rangers, rookie card. Paul DeJong with the St. Louis Cardinals. Oh, there we go. Anthony Rendon with, it looks like he's got a halo over his head. Hint, hint. The A's, the halos, just the emblem there. It looks like he's saying, he's such the angel of the team. Sorry, I'm being silly now. Blake Snell with the Tampa Bay Rays. Boom, Power Zone. Christian Yelich with another subset card. Power Zone. Awesome. We'll highlight through some of these when we finish the separation process here. We've got Austin Meadows with the Tampa Bay Rays. Masahiro Tanaka with the New York Yankees. Michael Baez with the San Diego Padres rookie card. Hank Aaron, there we go, hammering Hank Aaron with the Milwaukee, with the, who was he again? The Milwaukee Braves. That's right, before they went to Atlanta, the Milwaukee Braves. Jose Abreu with the Chicago White Sox. Noah Syndergaard with the New York Mets. Ozzie Smith with the St. Louis Cardinals. James Marvell, red, rookie card for the Pirates. All right, Eddie Rosario for the Twins. Yusei Kikuchi with the Seattle Mariners. That's awesome when I get my Mariner cards in here. Yu Chang with the Cleveland Indians, rookie card. Rafael Devers, Boston. You can see that. See what he's doing there. He's looking up. He's giving thanks to the Lord. He probably might have had a good hit there or something like that. But awesome, awesome, awesome there. Rafael Devers. Can always tell the Christians in the group. Dallas Keuchel with the Chicago White Sox. Marcus Stroman with the New York Mets. Darryl Strawberry. There we go, the Darryl Strawberry with the New York Mets. Bob Feller, Hall of Famer again. We already had one of those. Andres Munoz with the San Diego Padres, rookie card. Josh Bell with the Pittsburgh Pirates. And Aaron Hicks with the New York Yankees. Awesome cards there. I like going through these cards. I love the photography on them. They are just awesome. You're still here. Oh, no problem there, FJ DeKong. If you do have to go, trust me, won't feel none less of you. If I was traveling, visit family, I'm going to do that next year. We were going to go to the Nationals in Atlantic City. My family lives right near Atlantic City in New Jersey. And we had planned the trip, had all the lodging set up, had the hotel reserved, or not hotel, we had lodging there. Had the tickets for the Nationals. At least the Nationals refunded the money on the tickets since they had to cancel things there. But our airline tickets, we weren't able to cancel the tickets, but we have to just use the tickets before the end of July next year. So probably sometime next year, we will be heading to the East Coast for a family visit. And I will look forward to that. That week I'm there, I probably won't be doing much live streaming unless I happen to find some card shops or something while I'm out there. Might do something, we will see, but we'll work that out when we get that far. Dario Agrizal with the Detroit Tigers, rookie card. Oops. Max Muncy with the Dodgers. There we go. Another one of the Bash cards. Different player. Victor Robles with the Washington Nationals. With, what do they call these? The Bash? Just Bash. Gives some of their stats on the front of the card. That is nice there. Hall of Famer Nolan Ryan with the Houston Astros. Miguel Cabrera with the Tigers. Lance McCullers Jr. with the Houston Astros. JT Zook with the Toronto Blue Jays rookie card. Gleyber Torres with the Yankees. Hyun-Jin Yu with the Blue Jays. Tony Gwynn with the San Diego Padres. Shout out to Kevin's Card Collecting and more. All right. And then Logan Webb with the San Francisco Giants rookie card. Yasmani Grandal with the Chicago White Sox. Mark Canha with the Oakland A's. Brian Anderson with the Miami Marlins. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Vladdy Jr. with the Toronto Blue Jays. Matt Olson with the A's. Kwang Hyun Kim with the St. Louis Cardinals rookie card. We got the Emperors of the Zone, Justin Verlander with the Houston Astros. The Emperors of the Zone are right behind the Power Zone there. We'll go through those at the end, the ones we got for those. Justin Verlander with the Houston Astros. Brendan McKay with the Tampa Bay Rays rookie card. Luis Severino with the Yankees. Randall Grichuk with the Toronto Blue Jays. Rod Carew with the Angels. Matt Thias with the Angels. Jeff McNeil with the Mets. Marcel Ozuna with the Braves. Edgar Martinez with the Seattle Mariners. We can put Edgar Martinez there with Ken Griffey Jr. Mike Moustakas with the Cincinnati Reds. Buster Posey with the Giants. Corey Kluber with the Rangers. And puts the next stack in the books. Grab another stack here. All right, let's continue through and see who we get next here. Joey Gallo with the Texas Rangers. Going to hold it this way because of the horizontal cards. There we go. Willie Calhoun with the Texas Rangers. Patrick Corbin with the Nationals. Bryce Harper with the Phillies. George Brett with the Royals. Juan Soto with the Nationals. Giancarlo Stanton with the Yankees. Jameson Taillon, red, for the Pirates. Sean Manaea with the A's. Trey Turner, pray for Trey, with the Nationals. Luke Voigt with the Yankees. Trevor Story with the Rockies. Eugenio Suarez with the Reds. Trent Grisham with the Padres, rookie card. Power Zone, there we go. Rice Hoskins with the Philadelphia Phillies, Power Zone card. All right, next we've got here Josh Van Meter with the Reds. Jake Fraley with the Seattle Mariners rookie card. Put him right behind Ken Griffey Jr. here. Emperors of the Zone, Max Scherzer with the Washington Nationals. Boom, we're getting a bunch of them back to back here now. Now another Power Zone, Chipper Jones. Hall of Famer Chipper Jones for the Power Zone. Oh no, we got another Bash card. Maybe he's grouped some of these together, huh? Victor Robles with a Bash card here. Boom. Oh, I think when Gourmet breaks, when his wife did it, she didn't separate these, but I noticed he was separating them out when these would be pulled. But Garrett Cole with the New York Yankees, Emperors of the Zone. So we're probably going to have a bunch of these just grouped together here, which is fine. That's cool. Power Zone, Francisco Lindor with the Cleveland Indians. Ooh. In the Wings. I think this is a different subset, isn't it? In the Wings? I don't think we had an In the Wings yet that I'm aware of. So let me see. Let me put an In the Wings in the back here. Kind of angle that one. I'll try and remember that's the In the Wings. And there's the Bash. Mike Trout Bash. Oh, we got the Mike Trout Bash card. That is awesome. The Mike Trout Bash card. And In the Wings. I don't think these were In the Wings, right? These are just the zone cards. The zones, the Bash, and In the Wings. Okay. At least we know some of the different types that are in here. Let me go with another stack. Well, let me put these away first. These were the last stack, so let me put it up here for now. Nelson Cruz with the Minnesota Twins. We'll see some duplicates probably coming up here. Trey Turner for the Nationals. Austin Meadows for the Tampa Bay Rays. George Brett with the Royals. Luke Voigt with the Yankees. Honus Bonus Wagner with the Pirates. Ramon Laureano with the Athletics. Masahiro Tanaka with the Yankees. Danny Jansen with the Blue Jays. Trevor Story with the Rockies. Michael Baez with the Padres rookie card. Hammerin' Hank Aaron with the Milwaukee Braves. Carlos Correa with the Astros. Junior Fernandez rookie card for the Cardinals. Randy Johnson with the Diamondbacks. Eddie Rosario with the Twins. Jose Abreu with the White Sox. Yordan Yamamoto rookie card for the Marlins. Shane Bieber. There's that Shane Bieber again there, FJ DeKong, if you're still here. You said you liked that card. Darryl Strawberry again with the Mets. Marcus Stroman with the Mets. Mitch Keller with the Pirates. Chris Sale with Boston Red Sox. Yu Chang with the Indians rookie card. And Rafael Devers with the Red Sox. Pointing up, giving thanks to God. All right, I think we got two more parts here, this stack, and then one more after this, and we'll be through the box. Gary Sanchez with the Yankees. Dansby Swanson with the Braves. Travis Dimitri with the Tigers rookie card. Chris Bryant with the Cubs. Roberto Alomar with the Blue Jays. Ty Cobb with the Detroit Tigers. Paul Goldschmidt with the Golden Arches behind him in St. Louis. Adam Wainwright with the Cardinals. Luis Castillo with the Cincinnati Reds. Mitch Garver with... Mitch Garver with the Twins. Christian Walker with the Diamondbacks. Alex Young with the Diamondbacks rookie card. Yadier Molina with the Cardinals. Brian Buxton with the Twins. Jose Altuve with the Astros. Shohei Ohtani with the Angels. Austin Hayes with the Orioles. Zach Collins with the White Sox rookie card. Jock Peterson with the Dodgers. And Fernando Tatis Jr. with the Padres. Shout out to Kevin's Card Collecting and more there. All right. Last stack in the box. And then I get the tedious part of sorting these to see how many cards I have in the set. But Al Kaline, Hall of Famer Al Kaline. That is a good picture of Al Kaline with the Detroit Tigers. Mike Soroka with the Braves. Yu Darvish with the Chicago Cubs. Starling Marte with the Diamondbacks. Corey Seager with the Dodgers. Will Smith with the Dodgers. Nick Markakis with the Braves. David Wright with the Mets. Justin Turner with the Dodgers. Josh Bell with the Pirates. DJ LeMahieu with the Yankees. Eduardo Rodriguez with the Red Sox. Robel Garcia with the Chicago Cubs. Ronald Acuna with the Braves. Aaron Hicks with the Yankees. Brandon Woodruff with the Brewers. Manny Machado with the Padres. Sam Hilliard, rookie card for the Rockies. And our last card, J.D. Martinez with the Boston Red Sox. So there we go. Let's go through and highlight through some of these cards here so you can see them. I'll just kind of go in reverse order as I go through these. Of course, we got the Power Zones, Francisco Lindor, Cleveland Indians. The Chipper Jones Power Zone with the Braves. The Power Zone Rice Hoskins for the Phillies. The Power Zone Christian Yelich with the Brewers. Then we've got a couple Emperors of the Zone, Shohei Ohtani with the Angels. Justin Verlander with the Astros. And Max Scherzer, Emperors of the Zone with the Nationals. Along with Garrett Cole, New York Yankees, Emperors of the Zone. Put those up there a little bit and go through these. Mike Trout's Bash card with his stats on the front there. Christian Yelich, Bash card with his stats on the front there. Victor Robles with his Bash card and stats on the card there. The Bash card for Victor Robles and his stats. And then the one subset, this one, maybe this is a shorter print one. The In the Wings, Eloy Jimenez. In the Wings. All right. Go through my Seattle Mariners I got out of here. Of course, we know we got the Ken Griffey Jr. Most importantly, Daniel Vogelbach, he's been traded away, but was a Mariner then. Yusei Kikuchi. I say Kikuchi. And then, of course, my Justin Dunn rookie card. And my Shed Long. Jake Fraley rookie card. Edgar Martinez Hall of Famer rookie card. Not rookie card. What am I saying? Rookie card. Just Hall of Famer card. Another Yusei Kikuchi and another Shed Long. Along with, of course, Ken Griffey Jr. leading the pack here, Hall of Famer. A couple Hall of Famers here that he had penny sleeved up already before. Sandy Koufax Red. This one's not a Hall of Famer, but it's a rookie card. Yoshi Setsugo. Mark McGuire. Aristides Aquino. Luis Reyes Red. And a Jesus Luzardo. Right. What's the awesome card I like on this one? Guess the red we could put on top with the Sandy Koufax Hall of Famer on top. And then these vertical cards here, or horizontal cards here. The Bo Bichette rookie card, the Nick Senzel red, the Shane Bieber black, the Brusdar Gatterold with the Dodgers rookie card red, the J.D. Martinez black with the Boston Red Sox, and this is so I have two of the Chrome cards. I had one that I showed you yesterday. This is the Zach Collins with the White Sox, and the Andrew McCutchen with the Phillies red. Probably not today there. I got to get scooting there, FJ DeKong, but I will probably give some opportunities tomorrow in case you might show up. You did get two more entries today there, FJ DeKong. Actually, no, I'll do two real quick. I'll do two free trivia questions. These should be easy ones for today, so I'll do two free spots in the November giveaway if you're ready. That bow is perfectly timed pitcher. A perfectly timed pitcher. Okay, so I'm going to turn. I'm going to turn the camera around and I'll show you first the back of the baseball cap I'm wearing. If you can tell me which baseball cap this is, you will get a free entry. And anybody is eligible for this. We got 3 watching, not too many people watching, but let's see what we got here. So tell me which baseball cap I'm wearing. Okay, and you might get a clue on the back here. You might not get a clue on the back here. Okay, but tell me what baseball cap I am wearing now. For those that have watched my channels or watched my Hall of Fame Fridays, you might know which baseball cap I'm wearing right now, just by the back of it. Okay, you can't see much on the sides, but it does say something about a member up here. It does say something about a member up here. But if you guess it right, I will turn it around. Or either way, if nobody does guess it, FJ DeKong is saying, I'll give you one clue. What type? Yeah, it's a red cap there, FJ DeKong. That's obvious. But it's some type of member cap, because I am a member of something. It is baseball related, and it is semi-related to the type of content I do on Fridays. It's related to the type of content I do on Fridays. Ethan's Elvis? No. I don't do Ethan's Elvis content on Fridays. Come on, we just did it before I went through the baseball cards. What type of Friday is this for me? What's the title of my streams on Fridays? I can't give you much more of another clue there. Come on, FJ DeKong, I know you can pull it out. Hall of Fame, there you go. It's a Hall of Fame baseball cap. Turn it around for you, you'll see. What's that say on the front of the cap? What's that say on the front of the cap? Hall of Fame inductees. This was when Ken Griffey Jr. got inducted, but I am a Hall of Fame member. Not a Hall of Famer. I am the Baseball Hall of Fame. I am a Baseball Hall of Fame member of it's like a club. So you can have a member in the Hall of Fame. I don't want to confuse you. It's kind of like a membership in the Hall of Fame. I'm a Hall of Fame member that way. I have a membership in the Hall of Fame. Okay, you got it. So you got one bonus entry so far, and you might be the only one else in here with me, but that's okay. That means you can get both entries. So what type of baseball shirt am I wearing today for this type of content that I do on Fridays? But I need you to be a little bit more specific. I will give you clues along the way. What's my baseball shirt outside of just seeing the majestic there? There's something else to it that I don't want to go too high on and give you a clue. I don't think I did I? It's a Hall of Fame shirt, yes. Yes, it's a Hall of Fame shirt. It's a specific. I have 2 different Hall of Fame shirts. So which one do you think this is? The generic Hall of Fame shirt or my special one that I usually wear for most of my Hall of Fame Friday videos? It's not really. Well, you are partially right, so I'm going to give that to you. What team was Griffey primarily on? Who did he start his rookie year with? It's a special Ken Griffey Jr. Hall of Famer shirt. He is listed on here. Oh my word, who said that? Tristan's box opening? No. He was a rookie for the Seattle Mariners. There you go, FJ DeKong. You got it. You got it. And this is my Seattle Mariners Hall of Fame t-shirt. On the back of it, I've showed it before, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'd have to turn the camera, flip my shirt around, and show you the other side. But so the Seattle Mariners has 8 Hall of Famers that are in the Hall of Fame. So you got 2 entries there, FJ DeCong. You've got 2 entries. You were awesome there. Took a while to get all the clues out there. Tristan's packs, I swapped them. I wasn't alive then, so I always get the beginning and the end of his career swapped. Oh, no problem there, Tristan's pack and box openings. You're probably a Cincinnati Red fan, and yes, he did play for the Cincinnati Reds. And he actually played for the Chicago White Sox for 1 year. And then he came back to the Seattle Mariners and retired as a Seattle Mariner. Little bit of interesting trivia. Remember that, because I might mention that again in a future stream. All right, but let me get you your 2 additional entries there, FJ DeCong, and then I'm going to go ahead and get ready to wrap up today's Hall of Fame Friday. Okay. All right, I got your 2 additional entries in there, FJ DeCong. Gonna go ahead and save it so I don't lose anything if my computer dies or crashes. You are welcome there, FJ DeCong. You have a great visit with your family there. Tell your mom thank you for letting you hang out until I finish the stream. That way you got so you got 4 entries into the free giveaway for the month of November there, FJ DeCong. Okay, so if anyone out there is new in the channel and you do see it, just go ahead and pop into my About Me tab and it'll tell you how you can get additional entries into my monthly giveaways. Okay, so without further ado, this has been Donald Blomdahl, Hall of Fame veteran, sports cards and collectibles, having been live to you from Arlington, Washington. We will see you tomorrow for our Grand Slam Saturdays video. Okay, take care, have a wonderful one, and make sure you put God first and foremost in your lives, and we will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now. Take care. Lord bless you.